Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? My name is Rob and welcome back for another video. In today's video, we're going to be focusing on my Canadian-based stock portfolio with Wealthsimple Trade. And what I'm going to be doing in today's video is showing you guys what stocks I'm buying in today's video, as well as give you guys an update on how my stocks have been performing. And of course, I'll show you guys all the regular stuff I do when it comes to showing my portfolio in terms of how it's doing in terms of growth, but also in terms of the dividends that we've been earning on a regular basis. So like usual, if you guys enjoy these videos and you guys want to support the channel, do me a solid favor by liking the video and by subscribing to the channel if you guys want to see more of these videos on a regular basis. Let's jump inside the portfolio and let's get things started. Alright guys, so first thing we're going to be doing here is going to be an update on the portfolio here. So we'll first start off with the Wealthsimple Trade accounts. We'll do a quick little update on things that are going on, and then we'll jump inside the portfolio and I'll show you guys what stocks I'm actually buying today. So we'll go through each portfolio one by one, and before we jump in really quickly, I just want to do a quick little shout out to what's going on in the markets today. I'm sure you guys are already aware, but so far right now, I mean, we have a couple hours left. It's 2 p.m. At the time of doing this video, so by the time you guys see the video, the markets will probably already be closed, but give or take, you know, things are doing pretty good right now. Today we see the US markets up 1.14%, and a rare feature we have here is the Canadian markets actually is up 1% today, which is really rare because, you know, Canadian markets have kind of been taking a bit of a dump lately if you guys have been paying attention to things. So anyway, so main markets that we hold inside my portfolio, the US markets and the Canadian markets are actually doing pretty good. And we'll do a quick little update on our portfolio. So we should see some gains today. We have the TFSA, which is just shy of $109,000. The one-day return for the TFSA is about 1%, as we can, you know, probably imagine. It's about $1,000. The 1 week return for the TFSA is 2%. So the most of the week there we've seen a bit of a gain, and once again most of this is in US markets. Our TFSA is I think the bulk of my TFSA, like over 50% or so, is in the US markets, and then the rest is, you know, mostly just Canadian stocks. 1 month return is 3%. 3-month return of the TFSA is 4%, so it's been a pretty steady increase actually for the past little while. And the 1 year return for the TFSA is up 13%, so that's actually pretty interesting. You know, we've seen 2022 was a not so good year for the markets overall, especially the US markets. And then we're like, even just 1 year from, I guess it is June 30th, going to be July 1st soon. Canada Day actually tomorrow at the time I do this video, so happy Canada Day for everybody, in case I forgot to mention that earlier. But even from Canada Day last year to Canada Day this year, our portfolio is actually up 13%, so it's actually doing pretty good. And all-time return inside the TFSA is up 15%, so that's $14,000, and that's all completely tax-free. Now, the other account I'm going to be updating really quickly is going to be the personal account. So this is my non-registered account on Wealthsimple Trade. This is a bit of a smaller account that I currently have right now. It holds mostly Canadian stocks. This is one I use from time to time. I'll document my buys and stocks I'm buying inside my portfolio. But right now the focus is my fiance's TFSA. So I threw $100 into my personal account so I could show you guys some stocks I'm buying. We're going to be buying some Canadian stocks because the Canadian markets have actually been hitting down quite a bit. So the 1 month return for the non-registered is up 4%. The 1 year return is up 29%, and then the all-time return is up 19%. We did sell a bunch of stocks in this account earlier this year because I moved it towards my fiance's TFSA. So I'm sure you guys already know this, but just in case anybody's wondering why we have these big drops here, it's because I'm slowly trimming back the portfolio. It's kind of my own personal account I buy some of my individual stocks with, but otherwise we're just, you know, putting the money inside my fiance's TFSA, which is what we're going to cover next. Before we go any further in today's video, I just want to do a quick little shout out to today's sponsor, Passive. So in case you guys watch my videos over the past couple weeks and the last few months, I've actually been using the tool Passive to manage a lot of my portfolios, including me and my fiance's portfolio. And I've been using the tool to keep track of everything because I love its reporting features. So for the next part of the video, I'm going to jump inside my fiance's portfolio on Passive, and I'm going to show you guys some cool ways that you can use Passive to help manage your portfolio just a little bit better. And really quickly here, I've just guys a quick little overview of all of our accounts. So I did mention that we're going to be focusing on my fiance's TFSA next. That's going to be the next portfolio we're going to talk about. And the cool thing I use Passive for, as you guys can see here, is we see all of our accounts. So we covered the TFSA earlier in the video. That's my TFSA and Wealthsimple Trade. We just covered my personal account, which you can see here. And then we have my fiance's TFSA here, which is about $20,000. So we can click on this, we can take a peek. This is one of the big reasons why I like using passive, because it lets me to easily manage all my portfolios, and you guys can see all the stocks and all my portfolios here laid out in a nice easy fashion. So if we add all of our portfolios up together, we currently have a total net worth of $136,000. And we're going to dive inside my fiance's TFSA and just do a quick little update here. So we're going to play around with some of the settings so you guys can see some different things here. So let's go all time, and we're going to take a peek at some of the reporting features here on passive. And we have my fiance's TFSA, so we can see different things like contributions and withdrawals here. The cool thing is that if we actually go year to date, we can see how much we're actually contributing to this portfolio on a regular basis. And you guys can see here in about March or so, or April, sorry, is when I started focusing on my fiance's TFSA. After I maxed out my TFSA, we moved to hers. We still have tons of contribution room. So we put $150 in April. We put $6,000. A lot of that was from my old TFSA, like I mentioned earlier. And then we have June, we put about $2,000. So we actually had a pretty good month this month. That's pretty much, I would say, the bulk of our contributions are going inside her portfolio right now. So it's doing quite well. And we can see different things here on the side here, like the net contributions, $8,710, about $1,452 on average. If we go all time, we can see that $20,000 is the money we put in. We can see the different changes. We can see the rate of return. We'll go year to date so we can kind of keep track of what's going on recently in the markets. So her portfolio is up 7.9%, just shy of under 8%. So it's actually been doing pretty good this year. And we can look at things like average dividends. We can also take a peek at the dividend history. So the cool thing about passive also is we can take a peek at all of our accounts. So if you wanted to select my fiance's TFSA, we could select all the other ones as well. So let's select all of them. I'll kind of go through here. I'm going to apply that. And what this is going to do is going to show us all the dividend income for all of our accounts here. So we're just kind of wait for this to load. And here's the dividend history for all of our accounts added up together. So January, we had a pretty good month, total of $560 in dividends. February was $252. March was $294. April was $575. May was $348. And June, going towards the end of June right now, is about $310. And these different colored codes, like little indicators here, are the different stocks that we hold. So this, once again, is combining all our stocks together, even if there's overlap inside of our portfolios. And it's showing us which stocks have contributed different dividends here. Obviously, my biggest dividend payers are going to be VDY.TO, that's the Vanguard fund, and then HYLD, my covered call ETF. Those are the two biggest ones. Oh, and we also have the blue one here. The light blue is VFE, since it pays every quarter. Our total dividends are also showed here, so we can actually take a peek and see at our biggest dividend stocks all time. So VDY being the best dividend stock, paying us $807 in dividends all time, HYLD $668, and then VFE $447. So there's some cool little things here for you guys. And again, this is just year to date. We could go all time and see the total dividends for all individual stocks. But again, you guys can check that out if you guys want, if you're a passive user. And we have the dividend income up $7,000 and $7,102, sorry, for our all-time dividends. So once again, some pretty cool features here that I love to use on passive, especially for doing these portfolio updates. If you guys are watching this channel and you guys want to sign up to passive, you can click the description in the link of today's video. Click that link and then you guys can enter your email and you can get passive completely for free. So just to tie this up here, I just want to do a quick little mention and say that you guys can get started completely for free by signing up to the community user account on passive. This will get you started with some of the cool features of passive. And if you guys want to take things to the next level, you can sign up for the elite membership, which is about $100 per year. Quick little note here, if you guys are a Questrade user or a Questrade client, you can get the elite membership 100% for free. So make sure you take advantage of that. It's pretty much a no-brainer. And before we end this little ad insert, I just want to say really quickly, big thanks for Passive for sponsoring and supporting the channel. So for the next part of the video, I'm going to be showing you guys what stocks I'm going to be buying in my portfolio today. So I haven't actually done a stocks I'm buying video. Actually haven't really bought any individual stocks inside my portfolio for quite a while. So I think it'd be a pretty good time to do so in today's video. So we have about $100 or so that we're going to be putting inside some Canadian stocks. Now, if you guys have been paying attention, the Canadian markets have kind of got hit pretty hard here over the past little while. US markets are kind of been continuing to climb, but a lot of the Canadian stocks have dipped down a little bit. And let's do a quick little recap of some of the Canadian stocks I hold inside my portfolio. So we have AQN, obviously one of the big ones that's got hit quite a bit. We have CNQ, we have CNR. Canadian Tire has been one that's actually been performing quite well for me, although it is a small holding. A lot of these Canadian stocks are small holdings because I am looking to kind of grow some of them. I am looking to get rid of some of them, trim the positions as time goes on, but there are some that I'm looking to build as well, and I just haven't gotten around to doing it. We have POW has been hit pretty hard, as well as TELUS and TD. And the two stocks I'm going to be buying in today's video is going to be TELUS and TD. Now, TELUS is obviously one of my favorite telecommunications companies, and they went down quite a bit. They're at negative 10%. We'll take a quick little peek at the company over the past year or so. We can see it's down once again like that 10% or so. So I think it's a good time to buy. Big fan of the company, big fan of the stock. Obviously, I hold it in some ETFs as well, but we're going to buy some TELUS because it's been a while since I bought it, and I think it's a great time to buy it. The other stock I'm going to be focusing on is going to be one of the big Canadian banks, and that's going to be, you might have already guessed, TD. So TD is my favorite bank. They actually haven't been doing too well. If we look at the 1-year return for TD, it is down 2.55%. Zooming out into the bigger picture, ever since 2022 basically happened, the stock has, along with pretty much every other stock out there, has dipped down quite a bit on a regular basis. Unless it's like a tech stock or something like that, most stocks, especially the Canadian stocks and all the banks and all the financials, they have kind of been dipping down more or less since 2022. And again, these are big long-term companies that I'm always going to hold inside my portfolio. So if I can see them kind of dipping a little bit, I'm always going to buy them. So the other stock I'm going to be buying is TD. Now I only had $100, so we have $50 left. Now TD trades at $82 Canadian, so obviously we can't buy it at a normal price. So what we'll do is we'll hop on to Wealthsimple Trade, and here's a cool feature, is a fractional buy feature. So we can just put $50 of TD in there. We can put that through. That'll go through at the end of the day. And in today's video, that's going to be the Canadian stocks I'm going to be buying inside my portfolio. And just really quickly, before we finish up here, I'll give you guys an update on the all-time return of my portfolio, since I think that's a pretty cool feature that a lot of you guys mentioned you guys like to see in these videos. So of course, this is basically where I give you guys an all-time return of each individual stock inside of all of our portfolios. So we'll start off with the top here with the ETFs. So VFV, the Vanguard S&P 500, is currently give us a total return of about 9.88%. This has been steadily rising since the beginning of this year. Then we have VDY, which is up 40% all-time inside the portfolio. HYLD is up 4.11%. TD 12%, ATD up 32%. ATD, Alimentation Couche-Tard, just released their earnings recently, and it was pretty good. So obviously the stock is jumping up. I think ATD, Alimentation Couche-Tard, is going to be one of the best. It's been one of the best Canadian growth stocks I've held inside my portfolio consistently. I don't see why it's going to change anytime soon. I think they're a good company to buy, and as a dividend growth company, they're also been absolutely stellar as well. CNR up 5.46%. Algonquin, obviously our biggest drop here, minus 22%. TELUS has dipped down quite a bit, like I mentioned earlier. That's one of the main reasons why I bought it in today's video. It's a great company, great stock, just obviously not doing so well right now. HDIV is up 3.46%. We have Loblaws we've been buying into from our ESSOP, which has been doing its thing. FTN up 1.45%. Fortis 9.57%. Fortis is our defensive utility stocks, and then we have our other Canadian ones that have gotten hit a little bit. POW, and then XCI obviously has been down about negative 2%. Hopefully we can build that up if the Canadian market does recover, especially with some of those dividends. And then Canadian Tire and CNQ, both actually one of our higher performing Canadian companies. We obviously have pretty small holdings here. We've been kind of working on growing them over time, but they've been doing quite well here. So once again, just a quick little update on the total returns of all the stocks inside my portfolio. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. So hope you guys enjoyed the video like usual. I just want to wish you guys a happy Canada's Day. Be sure to take some time off this weekend and to enjoy it. I hope the weather is nice where you are. We're getting lots of sun over the past little while, and I think it's supposed to be nice this weekend, so it's going to be a pretty good Canada's Day. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the long weekend. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys later.